All right, what's going on YouTube? Today I'm going to be making a quick video of our golf cart rebuild transformation. So within minutes, you're going to see from beginning to end how we transformed our 1997 ezgo TXT. I found it on Marketplace for I think $600 or something like that a little while back, and finally got around to fixing it all up. And I'll tell you right now, I spent way too much. I didn't realize it would cost this much to fix up one of these, from the ground up, because we had to replace everything. But we'll go ahead and get into today's video. And so here's a glimpse of what we did. I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, for $640, I'd say so.
I think these are just covers. All right, and this is where we are currently at. I'll give you guys a quick little rundown of what I've done so far. First thing clearly that I did was I stripped the entire thing down. I removed pretty much every panel there is. I installed a 6-inch lift, brand new brakes in here. I've got this mat on there as well. So I ripped that up, put the new mat on. I've got some brand new batteries, so I just hooked these up. I also don't even know if the motor works. Not quite running yet, but hopefully it will be running soon. Let's see, got a new steering wheel on there. Got a new little shifter. I got the new port. And these are the seats. So the seats before were pretty trash. They looked really bad. Got some new seats on there, and I did get the rear seat conversion kit. So we are gonna have a back seat, which is gonna be super nice. I've got a tinted windshield. I've got the red dot, I think it's called the Bimini top or something like that. So this is the extended, I think it's 82 inches. So you'll have, the back seats covered as well. I'm making it street legal. So I've got seat belts, I've got the mirrors. These are just some little underglow lights. And then I am picking up a body kit tomorrow. So that'll be super exciting. I might be wrapping the body kit as well. So I was thinking maybe satin black would be pretty cool. But this thing's gonna look insane from where it started as a $600 golf cart. All right, so here we are the next day. We're about to go pick up that body kit from a warehouse. I ended up saving $100. Come on. I ended up saving $100 in shipping because the warehouse for this body kit was actually about 40 minutes from me. So, gonna get it loaded up here in the bed and just drive it home. All right, so here we go. We just picked it up. Just 2 little boxes. So it's that Mad Jack Storm body kit. Easy enough. The boxes are smaller than I thought, so hopefully this is everything that we need. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get this thing home. Got Baxter in here, coming along for the ride. All right, you guys, so now I'm going to be replacing the motor. So this is gonna be the first thing I'm gonna replace. The motor, I've got a new solenoid, controller, all of that. So I'm gonna be replacing all of this. I've got the new one in here. So it's the Red Hawk. Pretty cramped with space over here. I do have my other project I'm working on right now, taking up all the room in the garage. So I'm not gonna show a video on how to remove it. Looks like it's just these 4 cables and then a few bolts to actually hold on the motor itself. Okay, so here we go. So I got the old motor out. Now I'm going to fit the new motor on, reconnect it. So here's another look at the new one. I'm gonna reconnect that, and I've got a new controller. So let's go fit this up. All right, so we finally got the golf cart all hooked up. So basically everything is brand new. And so I'd replaced all of these things and we could still not get it to work. And what it ended up being was this. I'm not entirely sure what this even is. I know it has these micro switches. I bought a replacement off of Amazon for I think $60 or something like that, so I'll link that down below. But we placed this and the key switch. So we did those at the same time. And right after we did that, we finally got power to it. When you're troubleshooting yours, if you're having problems where the solenoid's getting no power, so it's not even clicking, there's 4 things that have to have power. First one is the key switch. Second one is the reed switch. So that is in the charger port. Third one is under here. It's the little switches, I think, that go to the accelerator pedal. And then last thing are these little micro switches. So basically, if you're not getting power, check all 4 of those. That was what I did. So after I replaced this entire unit with the micro switches and the key switch, we finally got power to the solenoid. I'll show you guys. You'll hear the little click. So you hear that? And we now have power. So anyways, here's one last look. We got the key switch hooked up. We got this entire new unit, all of the new batteries, Navitas controller, high power solenoid, as well as a performance motor. So now that we have the car actually working, it's time for the fun stuff. So I've got the Mad Jack Storm body kit we're about to unbox and start assembling. Here's what it looks like, Mad Jack Storm Series. So this is what it will look like, not entirely, but for the most part. Nice, looks like pretty thorough steps. So, this will be a lot of fun. Okay, so here's a quick little update. We've got the front put on. Pretty much got the wiring set for the front. We just got to tidy it up a little bit. So, working on getting the harness set up. So, we'll just keep cranking along. All right, so here it is. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I am also fixing up this Lexus SC430. This is a $2,000 SC430 I bought from auction, and I've just slowly been fixing it up. So if you haven't seen those videos, go check those out. All right, well, here is pretty much the final product. I am going to be doing a few other little things here and there, but for the most part, I have it all set. I'm still waiting on the mirror that goes right up there, so I have the side ones on. But I'll just kind of do a quick little walk around, highlight a few things. Sure cleans up nicely for a $600 golf cart. Love those lights. So the headlights actually change colors as well. So that's pretty cool. I love the all black. So with the black wheels, the black body kit, and then with the partial black seats, all the black bars, and then the black roof. I love how it's all blacked out except for the caramel seats. So I think this is really what gives it away for being an older golf cart. But I mean, I've got everything I need. So I've got my 4 cup holders. I also have a USB and USB-C port now. You know, storage areas on both of those sides. Love this new shifter. Way nicer than the previous one that I had. Got the little mirrors up there. And then got the seatbelt kit. So that's nice. And then coming around back. Love the taillights. The turn signals are actually sequential. Let me throw the hazards on real quick. I'll show you what the turn signals look like. So up front, it's just right there in those corners. And then they are sequentials in the back, which I'd love. We did do the rear seat conversion, which I feel like is a necessity. But then you still have plenty of space for golf clubs or anything like that, for a cooler. You can just fold that down. And then you also have a little bit of trunk space even. So this little piece just comes off. And it's a decent amount of room back there. So for your groceries or anything like that. And the height, the one thing we did have to do was extend these up. So we ended up drilling some new holes because originally they're supposed to go clear down there. But we moved it up because with the rear seat kit, if you're on 6 feet tall, your head would literally touch this when you're sitting back there. So you raised it up and now we have absolutely no issues with the headroom in the back. But I think it turned out pretty sweet. Definitely spent way too much money. So I think next time I would have gone with the lithium batteries since I put so much into it. Maybe eventually I will switch over to those once those get old. So this ended up being my total. It definitely was way more than I was anticipating. But I now have pretty much a brand new golf cart. Last thing I'm going to do is get some new shocks and tie rods, and then this thing will be complete. So it really will be a new golf cart. I'll just, run those batteries until they die, and then I'll probably switch to the lithium ones. Still thinking of wrapping it, so I just wanted to leave the gloss black on there for now. I might do matte or satin black. I think that would be pretty cool. So there's a few other little things I might do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Would you have done anything differently? Do you like the colors? Do you like the body kit and the wheels? I know you can't really use this for golfing, but just for a little beach town cruiser, these wheels are great. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, please go hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And what I'm trying to do is get big enough on YouTube where I can build these up and then give them away to you guys. So that's kind of what I'm working on with my Lexus out there. So your subscribe and your support goes a long way. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon.